Hello, everybody. What's going on this evening? Welcome to Good Movies Podcast. And we got a smaller group this week. Some people will be here later. And I don't think, I don't know. I'm just doing a crappy intro. So, what's going on, everybody? Yeah.
Nothing. Trying to be comfortable right now, and my back is just killing me. So it's like trying to, you know,
Get in the right
figure out where to
position.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, well, anytime that I sit here, I'm kind of sitting forward. I don't like that, but it's just the position of everything. I kind of like this chair used to have like a back, it had like a lumbar thing support, and it like really pushed me forward. So I took it out earlier today, and it's a little bit better. I can kind of sit back easier.
No, there you go.
Yeah, but other than that, but I don't know. I don't know. What have you guys been doing in terms of movie watching stuff like that?
Well, I haven't really watched much of anything new other than what I had said last time. Oh no, I take that back. Unless I mentioned it the other time, but I finally watched Constantine in its fullest. Because I've only knew of it through like people talking about it, clips, little scenes here and there, but never
Yeah,
actually sat down and watched it all the way through.
yeah.
So finally got to do that, and I enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed it very much.
Hi, Sydney.
How's it going, Sydney?
Hello.
I'm doing pretty good. I don't know about everybody else. I think everybody else is doing pretty good too.
For the most part, I'm doing pretty good. Today marks my year anniversary that I quit drinking, so um, I definitely consider that a milestone and very proud of myself because
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, because I mean, not gonna lie, something like that, and it does depend on I think other people, but I thought it was gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be very difficult, that I wouldn't be able to do it, this and that and the other, and I proved myself wrong.
Good
So
for
that
you.
feels good.
That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah. I
I
didn't say
appreciate it.
anything earlier. I liked your post, but I didn't. It was getting close to coming on here, so I didn't get to say anything. So when I
Ah,
saw
it's
it,
all good.
yeah,
No worries.
yeah. Hello, Don. How you doing? Thanks for
Oh,
joining
Dawn,
us.
that's my lady.
Nice. Oh,
I
but
watched.
I go ahead.
Go ahead, Charles. Go
Oh
ahead,
no,
John.
I was. You go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I watched. I was telling John today. I watched Coyote Ugly for the first time in
Oh,
20 years.
Yeah.
oh, so you've seen it before, but you hadn't seen it for like 20
Oh
years.
yeah, I seen it in the movies. Yeah, I
Okay.
yeah, and this was like I go. I do a lot of shopping on Whatnot,
Uh huh.
and somebody had and you have to get the unrated version, not the
Oh.
PG-13. So I got
Alrighty.
I got the unrated version, and there's like more dancing and like more swearing and stuff like that. It's like there's like I think there's like one nude scene in there, but I just remember how like how fascinating that whole thing was at the time in 2000 when that came out. So I seen it, I got it, and I just got it yesterday, and I was like, you know what, I want to rewatch this again. So I watched it. I really enjoyed it. It's amazing that Piper Parabo wasn't a bigger star than
Hmm.
they had thought.
Sully's
Oh,
She
elbow.
yeah.
was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen the
Let's.
movie in general, but I've seen it enough times to where, because my sister was a big fan, and so whenever her or my mother would put it on, I was there apparently. So it was just, oh, okay, I don't mind the movie. So
That was like one I think that was on TNT or FX that was on constantly. That you would have like if you were doing cleaning around the house or something, you'd always have it in the background because the soundtrack was so good. You had like Def Leppard and You know,
Leanne Rhymes.
Leanne Rhymes and that unbelievable song, "You're Unbelievable." Oh, you know, they played that song like constantly throughout the whole movie. So it was just kind of nice flashback in time. I like when you watch those movies and it's like a portal in time that you remember and you just kind of laugh. See, Dawn liked that movie too.
Oh yeah.
So,
That's a favorite. Women really like that movie. I hear talk about that all the time. Different people.
Well, I always want to upgrade like the older stuff to the 4K format and stuff. So, like I want to eventually get Purple Rain because it did come out,
Yeah.
for the 4K. I was hoping Neverending Story would get a U.S. release because it has a German release.
oh, okay.
And so does Princess Bride. That has a. Well, I take that back because
Famous
Princess
idea.
Bride does have a 4K release, but it's through Criterion. But before then, their 4K was a German release.
Oh, okay.
hmm But I was hoping because Neverending Story was turning 40 this year, maybe they would do a U.S. release. I
Yeah.
mean, hell.
You know, I was thinking this yesterday. Clue just came out on 4K. You know, the big the Shout
Yeah.
Factory. That turns 40 next year. Do they
Yeah.
do like do they do a big series on that? Because there's a lot of movies. You go back in '85, you look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Witness was '85. You know,
And that has
um,
a 4K.
that just came out with a 4K too. So it was just kind of, and I was just thinking because '84, '85 were like really big years for the
Oh,
movies.
yeah, because Ghostbusters was also 1984.
Yeah, why wasn't that like a big, big release?
Oh,
Anniversary
yeah.
release. You know?
Well, there's still time. Anyway, there's still time for the end of the year and stuff for stuff like that to happen, if they were to, because I know they did a re-release of the Karate Kid 40th anniversary, and the
Yeah.
only difference is you're getting the VHS poster artwork, basically from what its original release.
hmm
That's it. That's the only difference in some new special features. Hold on, I have to go check out something real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think the only
Uh,
thing because I know I had got I guess it was a couple years ago. Hamilton Book, not a sponsor yet. I'm
yeah.
still trying to get them on board. But Hamilton Book came out with a steelbook Blu-ray of the Karate Kid, and I only had it. I only had it on VHS. I didn't even upgrade it to DVD at the time. You know, and yeah, so I had that, but it was like Charlie said, I had just seen that was on Blu-ray.com because before chat, guys, me and John were talking about there's really no big blockbuster releases coming up in the next couple months out there on Blu-ray.com.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor.
But Sydney was talking about she watched about 20 thrillers. Prisoners, Nightcrawler's great. Gone Girl's good. In Memento, but I don't think I've seen Prisoners, believe it or not, or not sure on Unhinged. I've probably seen more older thrillers than anything.
Oh, I don't know. Prisoners is I just watched and it was on Hamilton Book and I picked it up for $1.95. It was Prisoner. I don't know if it's Prisoners or not. And that had it was an IFC at Midnight movie. That movie was really freaking good. Julian McMahon. Let me.
The one she's talking about has Jake Gyllenhaal
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and
I'm not.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Sydney, I'm not a big Jake Gyllenhaal fan. There's just something about him I don't like. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, Hugh Jackman. Okay, yeah, I think I seen that one, but I couldn't tell you. But I just watched that Prisoner movie that was on IMDb. Julian McMahon and Eli Codius. It's basically like a found footage kind of thing where he gets trapped in a jail cell, and he's being held hostage. So that was pretty. It's like really claustrophobic because it was sort of like they were locked. He was locked in, sort of like a. I wanted to say Gattaca, but Alcatraz kind of locker.
Yeah.
So that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, the
Well,
prisoners look pretty good though.
The Prisoners? Oh, that one's a good one.
Yeah, but Nightcrawler I really enjoyed. I hadn't seen Gone Girl in a while. I've seen it, but I have. It's been a while. But Memento, I can always. remember
Memento
that
was a
pretty good.
really good movie.
I have Memento. So I had like $25 with Jody at one point, and it was supposed to go towards a group buy release that ended up never happening. It was for Mars Attacks. It was supposed to get this like special, collector's edition release, and I was putting money towards it. I only did 25, and since it never came, that's all I had there. I was just all like, got anything worth 25 you could send me? And Memento is what he sent me. So, because I didn't have it.
It's not. I'm not sure. I guess I have it on Blu-ray. I know I have the DVD from one time ago. It came out.
I have a special edition Blu-ray Steelbook one that Jody had.
I can't remember if I even bought it on Blu-ray or not. It's pretty bad. I don't know, but I've definitely seen it quite a few times. But back in the day, I remember. Seemed like that movie came out in the same time period as like Pi. That movie came out and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys remember Pi. Darren
The Life of
Aronofsky's
Pi?
one of his. No, just Pi. It's just called Pi. It's
Yeah,
about
it's
this
the pi symbol.
mathematician. Yeah.
Huh.
It's about this
I think that came
mathematician
out
in
on
New York.
I think that
Yeah.
came out on the set that a DVD set that I got with Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, they're both Darren Aronofsky movies.
Oh, okay.
You guys ever seen a movie called Equilibrium with Christian Bale?
No, was that any good?
It's a weird movie. It kind of gives you Matrix vibes in a way.
Oh, okay.
I think I've
Yeah.
seen it. Sounds familiar. Is it kind of a dystopian future?
Something.
situation?
It's a futuristic type of style movie, yes. And the reason why I say it kind of gives you Matrix feels a little bit is because their style, their outfits kind of remind you of it. And it's Christian Bale. I can't remember the other stars that are in it at the moment, but yeah. It's an
Yeah,
interesting.
I've never seen that. I've heard about it. There was another one that was going around that was getting really popular again, Equilibrium, that I never seen before.
Yeah, I've only seen it once, and that was years ago. I was working at Blockbuster still.
Yeah, I've definitely seen it. Yeah, I couldn't remember if that's the name. Yeah, that's a pretty crazy. Yeah, he's like
Yeah, Sydney.
he starts out. He's like kind of a. It's like a dystopian future where it's kind of a authoritarian type of society.
Yeah,
He's like an enforcer type. He's like a enforcer type police officer, and he ends up turning on the government and trying to bring it down.
Yeah, it's like I said, I've only seen it once, so it's hard to remember that movie in particular. I just remember that it was Christian Bale, stylistic type of, clothes that are similar to the Matrix, and it just, yeah.
What's up?
What's going on?
Well, fingers crossed, the baby's down.
Okay.
So if you see me disappear, we all know what happened.
Equilibrium is a very good movie.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one, Jody?
I'm trying to think. I can always tell titles get mismatched in my brain, but if I look at a movie poster, I'll be able to tell. Let's see here.
He's looking it up right now.
But
Oh, that's what I do too. If you see me like go away, I'm checking on my IMDb.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's that Christian Bale. But yeah, I've seen that. That was good.
But as far as stuff that I've seen this week, I watched the Ghostbusters. Haven't been able to go to the theater for a while, so when it came on 4K, so I watched it finally. I liked it
Nice.
myself. It was, it had some moments in it. The only thing, oh crap, I don't think Kenny saw it yet.
No, you can
everybody saw
talk
it?
about it. I usually don't.
And don't feel bad. I haven't seen it yet either.
Yeah,
No.
don't worry about.
Well,
talking
no,
about
I won't talk about it because it'll ruin the ending anyways for anybody that hasn't seen it. So I won't say anything
it.
about
Dude,
it. No,
I
it
think they're
was,
going to make another one.
it wouldn't.
So,
It
It
wasn't.
was already talked about. Yes.
yeah.
No, it wasn't bad. It had some really cool stuff. I like how it ultimately. It kind of goes where you would kind of want a successor to the second movie to start going in, where there's like they're almost forming like a larger group, and they have to
Mhm.
and they have to and they're running out of space in the containment unit, the original, so that becomes a problem. Has anybody seen it but me?
I still haven't watched it.
Oh, okay. Well,
You know, I am running late on
Yeah.
newer titles. I am. I
Yeah.
I know
really
it's
am.
kind of a geekier part of it, but you end up getting kind of a bigger team up than what's actually in the trailers. What you would think.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is like, I don't really like kind of the way Patton Oswalt's went, like politically, in my personal opinion, in the last several years, especially if you listen to his older records. He's kind of, but I mean, he's good. He's just in it briefly. He's not like in the movie throughout the movie, anyways. He's only got like basically one scene in it.
Oh really?
So, but I mean, I like Mystery Science Theater, and he's part of that now. So
Yeah.
and he was always freaking funny, but sometimes people ruin
Patton
ruin
Oswalt.
the re-
He's like really
Yeah.
good friends with Bruce Campbell.
Favorite prison movie.
Prison.
Escape,
That's a good.
Escape from Alcatraz.
Yeah.
You know what? Yes.
Shawshank.
Oh, Shawshank. No. Here we go. Green Mile.
Yeah, Green Mile.
Yeah.
Here's
Man,
one better. This beats all of them. Ernest Goes to Jail. I mean, I don't care what.
No. The Sean Penn 1980s version, Bad Boys.
Oh yeah, I got that like fairly recently.
I apologize.
heard-
Like that. I'm bad. Anybody new joining, I'm bad with names and stuff. But there's a Humphrey Bogart movie where he breaks out of jail. He goes to jail on false pretenses and stuff. But it's really good. I'll find the name. I apologize.
I know
Oh,
exactly
good.
which one it is.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I heard that Bad Boys, that one with Sean Penn, is actually supposed to be getting a 4K. If I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. It was Kino Lorber that was going to be releasing it.
Yeah, the one I got was from. God, I think that company. I don't remember if that company was German or Australian.
Because I have the Blu-ray.
Where did I put it? It was a media.
Wait, you
book.
have the movie?
Yeah, I got a media book. I thought it was 4K.
No, they didn't. I just saw that it was getting one this year. This is why I go alphabetical.
Damn it. What's the name of that? It's got the title, Kenny's got something to do with.
Oh, it's over there.
Damn, I'm sorry, everybody, but we'll figure it out.
I'll get it because I have two in my head, so I'll narrow it down with my.
Well, I've got that damn chat GTT. I could have just asked it.
It might have told. It would have probably told you. Yeah.
What's
I know. Tell me what the name of that movie is.
Well,
Could you imagine if Chat GPT told you go look yourself?
No. Yeah.
Chain Lightning.
Nope.
I found it.
You found it. What does it say?
It comes with 3 discs, so hold on, let me check them all.
John, it's Dark Passage.
Okay. I seen that on there, and I thought that was it, but I thought that was another movie. Yeah, that's a good.
Oh yeah, this came with 2 Blu-rays and a soundtrack.
Ah.
That's why I was thinking it was I knew there was more than just a disc in it, but I got that artwork. It's a media book from
Germany.
Turbine. Put it out with Lionsgate.
Oh. Well, shit! I didn't know that one existed. I just got the standard Blu-ray.
No, yeah, they got. I think they did like 3 different media book covers, but I thought this one was the coolest looking one, so I grabbed it.
I'm surprised it had a soundtrack to it. So.
I know, that's weird. That's pretty cool though.
Since it's German, it just plays Nena all the time.
You know what? That's what movies should start doing. Is if they're gonna
Fucking
put
Rammstein all the way through it, just
oh
Rammstein.
god, Rammstein. Yeah.
Escape from Alcatraz.
No,
Oh,
but I think
I
movies.
know-
Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I know a good jail movie. It's the Birdman of. Is it Birdman of Alcatraz? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's really good.
Hmm.
That's based on a true story as well, I believe. Yeah.
What I was gonna say though is that you know, like how Walmart, like certain Walmarts will have that so-called 4K Blu-ray DVD combo sets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what they should be doing with 4K Blu-rays, and even if Blu-ray DVD or whatever, but have the damn like score soundtracks with them, because people do like them.
It'd be cool. It'd definitely be cool.
It's something they should think about. I think that would be an awesome idea, actually, because then people wouldn't have to scatter trying to look for something separate.
But they want you to do that so you can
I
show.
know. I know. More shit to buy, and it's like, no more shit to buy.
You can't have it all in one-stop shop. That's too easy.
Well, they're probably just not producing a lot of CDs anymore, too.
That's true too.
But that would be interesting. I think there
They
were a
still
few,
make 'em.
like DVDs and stuff that did come with soundtracks with them, but it wasn't like a regular thing. The Great Escape, yep.
The Great Escape.
Most definitely.
No. The best prison movie, Naked Gun 33 and third.
Brute Force, yep. Good old prison. Yeah.
Con Air. There's a good prison movie.
Oh, there we go. Con Air, yeah. But that would be more of a heist, wouldn't it? Kind of.
I guess so.
Somewhat.
He's in prison the first part of it.
True. And then they're on a plane.
All right, I knew this wouldn't last long. I
Or
gotta
Face
go.
Off.
I gotta go take care of something real quick. Hang on, I'll be back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Brute Force. I've never seen that one.
Never heard of Brute Force.
I think I've seen it.
That sounds really interesting. Anything? It's funny. You get you see like a lot of these older stars and stuff like that. You're like, oh, you think you've watched like all their movies and stuff. I just watched one. It was on the YouTube yesterday. It was called The Mob with Broderick Crawford.
Okay. Is that a prison movie?
Tango and Cash, yeah, they do go too. Yeah, because they're framed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tango.
I haven't
and
seen that.
Cash.
I haven't seen that in a while. It's
Good, Demolition
since I was a
Man.
kid.
Here's one for you. Fortress. Did you ever see Fortress with Christopher Lambert?
I'm not. Can't remember if I did or not. Yeah.
Hmm,
American History.
not sure either.
Yeah.
Ooh, American History X. Yes.
Yep.
I couldn't watch that
Absolutely.
movie. That it was too intense for me. Ed Norton's a really damn good actor, you know, because he made you believe
Oh,
all
yeah.
that shit. That was too intense.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see, I still get like goosebumps when I see a curb from him. I just, man, that scene, man. I remember watching that on video, and that just like really, it's like those,
This-
you know, kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies
This-
kind of thing, you know.
What's
This
that?
isn't a movie, but this is.
Oh, the TV show,
amazing.
The Prisoner.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's amazing. The person is-
hold on. Sorry, dogs are going apeshit. Hold on.
Yeah, Brawl Steelbook 99. It's on. Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny because Dan, I was gonna send you that if I did not send you that movie that was on the YouTube. Dude, that was really good. I'll send you the link for that, John. It's really good. I wasn't very familiar with Broderick Crawford's work. I seen the one where he won the Oscar for,
Yeah.
but that was about all of his work that I seen. But man, that was a really good movie, and it has um, two little cameos in that. Ernest Borgnine is in that. He plays one of the mob heavies, and as an extra, Charles Bronson, a young Charles Bronson, is one of the dock workers.
Okay.
And he's like
What?
young, doesn't have the mustache on, you know. And it was just like, wow, look at Charles Bronson.
That's a good topic.
Oh yeah.
See, as me and Kenny were talking earlier about, well, I used to like to come up with topics, and maybe we will do topics in the future, but on certain things. But I like kind of keeping the conversation kind of open, because because for some reason, no matter what, even when we do have a subject matter, we kind of stray off because we all know movies pretty decently, so we kind of stray off into different places, and I like that's where the conversation gets interesting, when you go off into the weeds and get off the main path. To me, it is. So that's why I enjoy kind of keeping it open forward.
I like also when you read the comments too, because you can feed off of the comments.
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate everybody being in here and commenting.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we appreciate it. None of us are. Well, I'm indifferent with super chatting. None of us are. Well, I don't know. One of us might be monetized, but none of us. I'm not monetized or anything. So
I'm
not.
monetized.
Huh? Yeah. But I'm kind of weird about it, because I don't know. It's whatever. I know when you start getting monetized, you get a lot of sycophants on there, and it's like the comments we're getting here are authentic comments. You start getting the ones that are like ass kissing type comments, when you start getting super.
Well, I think super chat only makes sense when you're having like maybe a good few hundred to 1,000 or more kind of deal, only because it is kind of hard to like constantly like try to keep up with the chat if there's a bunch of people. Now, if it's a few, then that's a little different, because then you're able to, catch up with some of them, and if not, maybe most to all of them. But yeah.
Yeah.
Also, with the mob, that movie that I was talking about, that was the second biggest movie of 1951. The first one was Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin, Me and My Boy. And they did it was pretty interesting. They did all of the press in New York for that movie, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. Mm-hmm. So the distributors for the mob sent Broderick Crawford out there to do press in New York, and it got like really a big, because how good of the movie that was. So I just thought of that, so I thought I would bring that up, because it's funny because you never hear that. I've never heard of that movie before until I stumbled across it. So it's pretty. That's why I like the YouTube. You don't have to go out and buy like the big like $90 sets or whatever like that. YouTube, a lot of them put out like really good movies that you've never even heard of before, and they turn out to be really good. Because I love the film noir movies.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
But I will admit I'm picky when it comes to stuff like that. I like the style, of those movies. I really do. But there are some that I'm just not the biggest fan of. I mean, like, what's one that I could think of that's kind of got that? Maybe
there's so many noirs. They're like. They're like westerns.
Yeah, because remember,
Oh,
John,
yeah.
you were telling about the you were getting the Kinos for a while, the film noir sets, and
Yeah.
there are like some of them you like. John's like, I never heard of this one before, you know, and it's like I don't know because they just on Hamilton Book, not a sponsor yet. They just had about 5 different 3-pack sets on sale for $20. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, and a lot of them when I looked it up, um, they were on YouTube. So it was, you know, I'm not going to spend $20 on something that I don't even know if I'm going to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like having
Makes
those
sense.
sets, but they keep putting them out so fast. I've got like 15 of the sets from Kino.
And how many did you
And
watch?
I've watched a lot of them. But
No, but I'm just saying. But you had
yeah.
just said they were coming out so fast. That's why I was
Oh
saying.
no,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. But what I'm getting at is like I think I've got 15 or 16 of the sets, and I bought the last set not that long ago, and then I just noticed like set 19s come out like this past week, and I'm like, when the hell did they release? They were like release them every 2 weeks or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think not to get sorry to get on this topic, but there was like a site that I was on, and he was like he's like the film noir guy, and there was like I think there was like about 1,500 film noir movies that were done, and it's like how can you possibly have all these movies? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's like you like to watch them because I was a big Bogart fan, and
Yeah.
I was introduced George Raft in one of Bogart's movies. You know,
Yeah.
so that's like a wrap. Every time that you like a performance in one of those movies, you dig a rabbit hole down, and you go down
Yeah.
that rabbit hole. Like Peter Lorre, you know, the man who knew too much, and then you start digging into Mr. Mora, you know. So it's like
Yeah.
you dig yourself into a rabbit hole every time.
Yeah. I don't. Do you really think? I mean, I know like the film. People like us like the film noirs, but are they? Is there that many people out there that are big film noir fans?
I don't
I've
think
seen
so. I think it's like
the
a
general.
niche, you
Yeah,
know.
but they're releasing them like crazy. There's so many sets. I think a lot of people like, especially with Kino and the sets and stuff, are just collecting them to, you know, so they have it in their collection, and not so much to watch it.
Yeah,
Like a lot of stuff, you know.
and Dan's right. If you go into Tubi or YouTube, they're better than the ones. And the one that I watched, the Mob, I forget the guy's name. It was sort of like we used to have here in Philly on Channel 12. It used to be called Matinee at the Bijou.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was a syndicated show or not, but here in Philly, it was on Sundays. It was usually on after church, and they used to show like how they used to show them like in the 30s and 40s. You have the cartoon, the mini, Dick Tracy or Buck Rogers or Flash Gordon, mini serial, and then they would show like the hour and 10-minute movie. So it was like really interesting. But Dan's right. You get better quality ones on the YouTube and Tubi. I love Tubi. So
yeah, the DVD one possibly, but like all the Kinos are Blu-ray, so they're in pretty good quality. They're all good quality, so. But yeah, a lot of those sets look like. Well, I tell you what I did. I bought like a Carol Burnett set. I think it's one of the lost tapes. It's just one of the small sets, and
okay.
I'm officially back. I shouldn't be interrupted anymore because I was kind of semi-watching the dogs until my sister got home, so should be good.
But it was like Time Life put it out, I believe, put that out originally, and it looks like they just copied it right from their. They look copied from like their VHS versions of it. They probably
really?
had. Yeah, it's not very good. You can tell it's not been transferred a proper transfer. But I did order a bigger set that they have out of Carol Burnett because I do find her really funny, and I've been wanting.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was
Carol
going to
Burnett.
talk about. That's what I was going to talk about. That the first one I put in. I've been talking about Green Acres here lately. The first one I put in had Eddie Albert as one of the guest stars,
Hmm.
and he's funny in the sketches, but he sings a song. Like it's like a variety show. They have like songs, and sometimes the guests will sing a song. Sometimes it's just a musical guest, but then sometimes the actor that's on there will sing as well. And he sings this. I didn't know how to take it. It was strange. He was in like it looked like a little girl's room, singing about his daughter. He has to protect his daughter from guys coming over and taking her on dates, and this little girl. It's like the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Freaking Eddie Albert.
Yeah, I like the bloopers from the Carol Burnett show. There we go.
Yeah.
And I also like the sketch with Robin Williams that they had.
He had some good ones.
Bloopers are more funnier than the show sometimes, I swear.
Well, especially
Yeah,
go ahead.
but she's kind of like a self-deprecating comedian as well. She like kind of takes the piss out of herself. You don't see that a lot with women comedians. You see it a lot with guys do it, but women, especially in that era too.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny because Carol Burnett was actually on an episode of Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
With Matthew Lillard as her, like, what was it, like a nephew or something like that, and then somewhat loverish. I don't know. It was a weird concept, but yeah.
Who was that? Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett, yeah, she played a widower, somewhat of a widower.
Okay. Oh, in a movie. Okay.
Law and Order SVU.
I think she was nominated for an Emmy for that role too.
Oh, if she was, I didn't know anything about it.
Just some of those, Dan. Some of those Mill Creek, those big gigantic box sets that come out that had like 500 movies in them. Yeah, some of those are pretty rough. Some of the transfers are good and some are not.
I still want that Columbia Classics Volume 4. Still need that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are great, Sydney. Those are
double
really
identity.
good.
Yeah, Maltese, all of them are good. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite Bogart movie is The Big Sleep.
Yes.
I love that.
That's
good God,
freaking
that's
amazing.
It might be cliche to say, but Casablanca. Sorry.
See, that's like I'm not a big fan of that movie. I think it gets a lot more praise than it really deserves. It just doesn't flow very well.
Better movies than Casablanca.
I'm sure you could. I'm just saying, I mean, I haven't seen too many of his movies, so I mean, for the few that I have seen, I would have to go with that one. I mean, Maltese Falcon, that's a really good movie. I haven't seen that in forever, but it's a good movie. And what's another
Treasure
one
of
that
Sierra Madre?
Yeah.
There was another.
That's excellent. Yeah.
Deadline USA, where he's the newspaper running against the newspaper. Man,
The Big Sleep. Isn't The Big
Big
Sleep like
Sleep.
a?
That's the
It's It really inspired The Big Lebowski too. They claim that it's like supposed to be a huge inspiration for Lebowski.
Well, I've read books on The Big Sleep before and watched videos on that, and that the head writer of that movie, and I think I seen Mike from Gray 1959 do a video about this too, and that writer had no concept for an ending for that movie. He just kept on adding stuff to it, and it was just like that's why it was like with the two girls and stuff. There was like so much involved in that storyline and stuff. And when they went to the bookstore, there was like hidden meanings in the bookstore that was supposed to be part of the story too. And it's just like, man, you watch that, because I remember, I think I watched that like 3 times in 1 week, and after reading the first book about it, and it was just like you're trying to get what do they call it, Easter eggs that pop out, and it was just like the book that she was carrying when he first went over to the bookstore, and then it was like what. You take the first 2 letters of that, and then the book that was on the counter, and you add that, and it was like something to her. And it was just like, man, this is like getting too much. I ain't gonna be able to sleep thinking about all that stuff.
You know what I just realized is that this is another Bogart movie when it's kind of more of a cameo, but Last Action Hero. With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how they had all those different like Hollywood characters and made up characters in the police department that were cops, know. And so you see that, cameo of Humphrey Bogart, being one of the cops in the precinct, basically.
Oh, okay. I didn't even pick that one out.
Oh, I think it's from Casablanca or maybe possibly a Maltese Falcon, one of those two. They just basically like cut out his character in one of the movies where he's doing this like pacing, with his back against the camera, and then he turns around when Arnold's basically packing up his desk.
Was let's see, Respor. I don't know how you pronounce your name, but were you talking about Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, or was there a Clive Owen movie that it's supposed to be like that? I don't really understand what you're talking about. But
I have Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. That's part of the Columbia Classics.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not. I mean, I was going to say I don't think that's a. What's his name? Freaking. There's a few actors I always forget their names, and it's.
Shit happens.
Yeah, Mr. Smith Go to Washington. What's his name? Jimmy Stewart.
James
Stewart. Sorry. And
good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. Because I looked up Monsieur Spade, what he wrote. I just wrote it in ChatGPT, and it says, it seems like you're referring to Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, a film where Humphrey Bogart played the character of Jim Taylor. Okay, it's Humphrey Bogart. I guess he's in that. Sorry. I forgot he's in that movie. I didn't remember he was in that movie, I guess. Is that right?
I don't think
Jody just messaged either me or the group chat right now on Instagram saying something about, like, I don't know what's up with this baby. I'll be back as soon as I can, is what he said. I just put okay.
Yeah, I don't think Bogart's in that movie. I could be.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Because the last movie that he did was The Harder They Fall. There's another one, Desperate Hours. You ever see Desperate Hours, Charlie?
No, I at least not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
They remade it in '90 with Mickey Rourke, and the Mickey Rourke movie was not bad. He gets a lot of shit. God bless him.
Yeah,
he gets a lot of shit, Mickey Rourke. But man, he had a run.
He did
in those middle 80s, man. You couldn't touch him.
Yeah. Mickey Rourke, he did a few good projects.
Year of the Dragon was pretty good too, the Michael Cimino movie, but it, at the time it lost a lot of money, and then he was doing Mickey Rourke stuff. He was boxing for a time, and
Monsieur Spade is a TV show about the character Sam Smith Spade.
From the Maltese
Spade
Falcon.
played in Bogart, from the Maltese Falcon. Okay. That's pretty cool. I have to look that up. Are you free on Tress 4? Or I don't know.
Somebody calling you?
Yeah.
It's Domino's. They don't have his garlic knots.
No, no. No, I'm not going to eat on camera. I've already ate. I can't.
Well,
hardly
even
eat.
if you did, I don't think we'd give a shit. But yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't care. Unless he was a sloppy eater, Charlie. Then we just nail him for that. You know.
Well, no, and the thing is that I used to be on these lives drinking 40s and 32 ounces, you know, so.
Well, since it's hot as the balls of hell here in Philadelphia, I have my gallon of water besides me. So,
It gets hot in Philadelphia?
over the last week, it's been over 100 degrees.
Kind
And we're not talking about, you know, how like some in Arizona say, oh, it's dry heat. No, man, this is like you're stuck in an oven and you can't get out until you're fully done kind of weather. You know.
It seems like a pretty cool show. That Mansour Spade. It's on AMC. I'll have to check that out. It actually looks pretty good. Famous detective Sam Spade is now 60 and living as an expat in the south of France. Excuse me.
I know Mr.
Cool.
Gannon had a question about the Desperate Hours Blu-ray. I know last year Arrow put out a Desperate Hours 4K.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
from MVD put it out.
Yeah.
And they didn't put out the 90 version, but they put out the, I think it's 57 version with Bogart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that movie is really good. The Desperate Hours. But I bought
Excuse me. Give me just a second. A second. I'll be right
That's
back.
fine.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No worries.
I have the 90 version I bought on Whatnot of the DVD. So.
Okay.
So I really, if you can track that down for like in Salvation Army or Goodwill, Charlie, recommend picking up the 90 version with Mickey Rourke. It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like Mickey Rourke, but there are certain ones that I'm just not very fond of. Like The Wrestler, yeah, good movie, but at the same time, not a favorite, you know. So.
Yeah, I like a lot of like I loved 9.5 Weeks. I really liked that. I was a horny teenager back then, and that refrigerator scene with Kim Basinger, that was something right there. But then he got involved with that Carrie Otis and did what was it, Wild Orchid, and that just that kind of, you know, and then like I said, he did that Year of the Dragon with, I think it was Michael Cimino, and that just like died at the box office. But I enjoyed that movie. I thought that was good, and you can't find that anywhere to buy, not even on DVD.
Damn.
I would really like to see that again, because I hadn't seen that since I seen it in the movies. It was funny for a time there. He was like one of those guys that was like Eddie Murphy kind of star power that you like went to see like opening weekend, sort of like Mel Gibson was.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was another one. I just watched this. I watched this today. It's on the Netflix. It's called On the Line with Mel Gibson, where he plays like a radical, like a talk show host, and a crazy caller calls up and like kidnaps his wife and daughter.
Oh.
And it's really good. It has like a lot of cool plot twists to it and stuff. And
nice.
Mel Gibson, for like all the independent stuff that he's been doing, like the B movies, like Desperation Road's a very good movie. That's on the Tubi, not a sponsor. And and if you can find On the Line, that's on Netflix. Because like I
Okay.
told you guys last week, Charlie, you weren't here last week. I just got Netflix for 1 month so I could watch the Godzilla movie, and I've been watching like everything that I've been wanting to watch on the Netflix.
Oh, nice.
Because my subscription runs out on the 30th. So
Oh shit.
I'm not-
Okay.
yeah, I'm not gonna renew it because I really didn't like the movies that they had on there.
Yeah, I was able to watch the Godzilla -1 off of Netflix, and I got to admit that was actually a pretty,
It was damn good. I've seen it 4
Yeah.
times already. Yeah.
really good. I love the visuals to it, and from what I understand, because I saw some behind the scenes stuff, it looks like they kind of mixed both old school with new school, as in
Yeah.
there was somebody in that that was a person in that suit.
Yeah, and they made sets and everything like that too. Because I seen
Yeah.
somebody posted. If I can find it again, somebody had it on YouTube, and it was just it was from the BBC when they were nominated for an Academy Award and eventually won the Academy Award. And they
Yes.
showed like how they with the director speaking, what they were going to do and how he was, because he was another one that was like really influenced by Ray Harryhausen. And
Mhm.
although there was no stop motion, but he was really influenced on how they did like the old Godzillas,
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it was really good.
I mean, that was kind of actually a smart idea to do that. Take the old school practical effects that you would normally do, but then use the sets that they build and then enhance it with the CGI. That it did so much better. It was a lot better, and I thought that made more sense. It's like I don't know. I mean, I felt like that just made more sense to do. Instead of just doing green screen all the time, why not build the practical effects? And with today's technology, enhance it.
Right. Underrated mob
Yeah.
or mafia. My
Yeah.
favorite, like you always hear Goodfellas and stuff. My favorite one is Bronx Tale.
I was just going to say that.
That's
was
my
just
that's
gonna
my
say that.
favorite one. So
Yep,
many
same here.
quotable lines. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
it's just a beautiful story.
It
really,
is.
I always like Miller's Crossing. That's
Oh,
another
that's a good one too.
It's a good
Yeah.
one too.
kind of a,
Yeah, Bronx Tale was directed by Robert De Niro.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen Miller's Crossing?
She won't
Yeah.
go to sleep.
It's a Coen
Oh.
brothers.
We got a baby in the house.
Hi,
She won't.
honey.
She won't go to sleep.
Go
Maybe
to sleep.
Maybe we'll put her
That's
to
what I
sleep.
keep saying. I gave her. I turned the corner and she saw the screen and she started waving to it.
Oh.
Yep, you took out the airbud. Yeah, you took out the airbud. I was trying to get it where you could hear them, but I guess you don't care. You say hi. You say hi.
Hi.
There you go. Say hi. There you go. What we've been talking about, y'all?
Just everything.
We went
Everything.
from Bogart to Godzilla, and now we're on to your underrated mobster movie.
Oh,
Or
shit.
mafia movie.
Mafia movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Once Upon a Time in America.
I said.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one.
We said a Bronx Tale.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, your ear's too tiny. I'm sorry.
Ghost.
Yeah,
Ghost
Ghost
Dog.
Dog. Ghost Dog for sure. Yeah, the mobster.
Ghost Dog.
Yeah,
I don't think I've heard that one.
you never seen Ghost Dog?
No, never
Really?
heard of it. I don't believe so.
Forrest Whitaker. Oh man, that's
Didn't it get a
amazing
4K
movie.
like a year or two ago?
Yeah,
I thought so.
Ghost Dog. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, doesn't ring a bell.
yeah. You definitely need to see that. That's a fun movie. Yeah, yeah. He's like He's like a samurai. He's like a, well he Forrest Whitaker's kind of like he's a hitman essentially, and he does hits for the mob. But he's like it's also like a samurai. He's like a last
Charlie,
samurai
it's on
kind of
Max.
character.
It's on Max right now. Gets a 7.5 on the IMDb. Ghost Dog.
It's a good movie. Wonderful.
You're gonna be bigger. There you go.
Talked about him.
There we go.
Do you think they'll ever put out a 4K of Once Upon a Time in America?
I have no
At some
idea.
point, I'm sure they will.
Surely. Who has that?
I don't remember.
I don't even own. I don't own it. I owned it on VHS because it came in the big double pack.
I think I have a Blu-ray of it.
Do you really?
If I could get to my phone, baby. Here we go. Let's see here.
Yeah, somebody was just talking about that the other night on the videos that I was watching, and they were bringing up Once Upon a Time in America. And yeah, I literally haven't seen that in like 25 years. That's a,
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. Some movies are just they're type of movie you watch like once in a blue moon. You know, they're just not necessarily as rewatchable as some movies. You know, that you can watch every year.
well, that's so darn long too. It's almost 4
Yeah.
hours. You know,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
not
Oh,
like
yeah.
one of those movies that you can pop on, and it's not like it has like scenes that are memorable. Like you can like I bet me and Charlie can riff back and forth on Bronx Tale right now, like scenes, you know, when he locks the door and goes, "Now you can't leave," you know,
Yeah.
in the bar, you know, with the bikers, you know. So and there's like so many of them that you can just like go back, like Goodfellas. You could probably like if you had like a big fan of Goodfellas, you could probably like the introduction when he walks into the, you know, the bar for the first time.
Hmm.
You know.
I could have sworn I had that. It has a Blu-ray. It's available on Amazon. But I could have sworn I had a steelbook for that. Let me see if I'm crazy.
Your kid is being very active.
No, she's a copycat.
Yeah, Donnie Brasco's another good one.
Oh, Donnie Brasco is very good too.
That's Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I remember that one.
My phone's being up.
What to say? Oh shit! No. Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and get going. I was only gonna do an hour tonight, but I will see you guys next time.
Take
Okay.
care.
Cool, man.
See ya later.
Congratulations. Good job.
I appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Letters.
Bye.
See you, man.
She's even waving goodbye.
Yeah.
I tried to give you an earbud. You wouldn't take it.
Well,
Kept falling out your ear. It does have a steelbook. I'm shocked I don't own this. I bet I do, and I just didn't scan it, so it's somewhere on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's a good looking steelbook. I don't know if it's gonna let me. It's like nice and gold.
Oh, that is nice.
nice.
Could have sworn I have that. I'd get up and go look, but you know. Yeah. Yeah, you. You want to try it again? I think your ear's too tiny.
I think earlier what I was thinking. I think I kind of mentioned it a little bit. I was talking to Kenny earlier about it when we were texting before the show. I was talking about how well he was talking about Coyote Ugly about getting that, and I was like, I don't think I even have a DVD copy of it. So I looked it up on Amazon first, and they didn't really. They had like a European release of it, and I thought, well, but all the Americans were sold out, and I was kind of wondering like why. I guess I can probably answer my own question, but why are they producing less Blu-rays and they still produce all kinds of DVDs? You can find a DVD in about everything, and then the Blu-rays are so limited when you want to try to find that. I mean, I can probably answer it saying it's just a higher quality disc, costs more to manufacture, but I don't know. It's just odd. I just don't like the limited nature of DVDs and then the secondary market pricing, or Blu-rays, excuse me, in the secondary market pricing of them. It's annoying.
Yeah, I know. There's usually like a quarterly or a yearly chart of the the sale numbers of DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K, and DVD always outsells both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes combined. But yeah. I think that's just, maybe that'll change considering that places like Best Buy and Target are out of the game completely. But, I mean, Walmart, probably well over half of their movie selection still just DVDs.
Yeah.
That's not even counting the big giant bins in the middle of the aisle. Uh-oh.
I guess it's ultimately came down to cost for the normal person picking one up off the shelf when they go to Walmart and say, "Oh, this is I'll buy that," even though they're not really a collector. They they might have 5 or 10 movies in their collection. That probably still makes up the vast majority of physical media sales. Is just random people picking things up off the shelves.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm not paying $5 or $10 more for the Blu-ray. I don't even know. I don't even have a Blu-ray player, something like that. And especially a 4K. But also 4K, like Blu-rays, I remember back in the day when they first came out, and people were still sketchy about buying a DVD player after VHS had ruled for so many years, and that's all people knew. They were they were still sketchy about even buying a DVD player. And then when Blu-ray came out, they were like, "Oh, these aren't as good." People were skeptical about, these are not. And you did have a few bad transfers here and there, but the vast majority of them look incredible. Even like back in the day, I only had a 720 TV and I couldn't even watch them in full resolution.
Yeah.
So it was, but it's just interesting to see it's just interesting to that it's hard to get some of these discs. 4K will be even worse here in a couple of years when some of these will go out of print really quick. That's why there's certain movies I try to pick up. Even so,
yeah, I wish they would up the packaging game because DVDs used to have some amazing packaging.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know why they never brought that over to Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a couple of my friends were like when Disney Movie Club were going out of business, and they were like looking to upgrade because they had to have the Blu-ray. It had to be Blu-ray, not the DVD. And there was a couple of Disney titles I told them about, preferably 2 that I'm positive of. But it was Bedknobs and Broomsticks and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And I said, why don't you just go to Walmart? Because they had them at the time. This was about 3 or 4 years ago for $5. Okay, it was $4.96. Okay,
right.
And they're like, "Oh no, man, I got to get the Blu-ray, and stuff like that." And I said, "Well, here's the thing. You look on the Blu-ray, it has no special features.
Yeah.
You go on the DVD, it had a shit ton of special features on that DVD." And they're like, "Well, why am I going to spend $25 at the time to get the Blu-ray when I can get the, for $4.96? And it has all the special features. Like it had the making of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. It had trailers for upcoming stuff for it. It had a audio commentary with Kirk Douglas. Why aren't they putting that shit on the Blu-ray? It's like you have all that room on the Blu-ray and you can't. It's just lazy.
Yeah, Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Just-
why like I'm a big Jody. I'm a big whatnot guy. Like I like going and get my deals because I don't have a lot of money to like spend. John's very nice to give me the digital codes for the movies he buys. So unless I buy like a lot of like old DVDs and stuff like that, and that's why I said I revisited Coyote Ugly today for the first time in 20 some years. You know, but it was just it was fun to go back, and a lot of those that you can go to are like sellers that are like they buy lots of them, and they're like $2 for $1, $3 for $1, $4 for $1.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and it's like, okay, as long as I don't have to spend $28 or something that money I don't have, I'm willing to spend. I'll get $4 for $1 and see a movie that I've never seen before or haven't seen for 30 years.
Heck yeah.
You know,
I tried to get on
Well,
that. I tried to get on that app like I think 1 or 2 times.
I'll
was
send you
just so-
a link for it.
It was
because
it
there's-
was so hectic.
Yes, it is. There's one guy I was telling Mr. Dan about, if he's still in the chat. It's Alster Cards. I highly recommend. Him and his wife are based out of L.A., and the only thing that they don't have in them is the digital codes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I got my buddy Sean that was here into buying there, and you can get new releases for $8. $10, you know, and it's just like, and they're all brand new in the packaging except for like the little slit where they take out the digital code, you know. So it's like I'd rather pay $10 than $25 for a new one that has a digital code that some people don't even use, you know. So, and I like being part of like, especially because I'm disabled and I've got nothing else to do, so I'll just go in there and just hang around and talk to people, you know, about movies and stuff like that. It's not even buying it. It's like, it's sort of like Whatnot has become like the video store now. You're going into the video store and talking about movies with people that are like-minded, like
The
you.
app. The
You
app.
know?
I guess the app's. Holy crap! The app's Instagram page reached out to me. This has been months ago, and they wanted to team up somehow. I never really understood. I think it came down to where they wanted to do like a Zoom meeting or something. But I was just like, okay, I didn't really understand it. But I looked into it. It was their legit Instagram page. I was like, this is weird. I kind of just blew it off, but because like I said.
I just got in there. My friend
Yeah.
invited me in, you know, to check it out, and I checked it out, and it was like really cool because he buys like comic books and stuff on there, and I mean, you just got to know because you'll get like word of mouth from people where to go and point you in the right direction and stuff like that. But like there was like one lady I was on there last night. I didn't buy anything. They were like $4 for $1, you know. And then, like, the shit that she didn't, seriously, the shit she didn't sell, she put in priority boxes, okay? And was just basically saying, okay, this priority box is just like a mixture, $5.
Wow.
So, and she was picking up the shipping and handling. And she had, like, seriously, she had, like, all kinds of sets in there, like 5 sets of Jag, and those things are, like, big honking, you know, sets, you know, the old DVD sets, and Bones and something else in there. So it was like I didn't buy anything, you know, of it, but it was just like, you know, the big honking sets in there, you know.
What's the like? I don't know how to word that. Well, I mean, but like, what's the incentive for the seller, especially something like that? Like, if you're packing up a box and saying $5, that's media mail. I mean, media mail's $5.
Yeah, I mean,
so like
these people are sending. I'm serious. They're sending priority boxes out.
That's super.
You know?
I'm just trying
I'm
trying to grasp
right,
like.
No, I got one right here.
Not to sound like weird, but like from like the seller's perspective, I'm trying to grasp like where are you making money? Like
this is from my last video, and I still have them here, and it's like some of them.
How many movies did you get though in one? One seller.
Oh, it depends. Like one seller, I got this huge box because he was selling them $4 for $1, and the weight on it was. That's the only thing. You got to watch what you buy because the weight of it it the shipping gets a little bit
Yeah.
on it. But I I think I got like 80 movies for $50, and that was with shipping. And that was with shipping and handling included.
I can't get on there. I've already got a big enough problem behind
Oh
me.
yeah, I know,
can't.
but I'm just saying because like my when I moved into this new place, it was like the guys that moved in my boxes. They're like, "Did you ever hear of a streaming service, pal?"
Yeah.
Because I had like just a whole like. I'm not kidding you. It's just like here. I'll show you.
Yeah.
You know,
And,
so it's like they're like, "Hey, did you ever hear of a streaming service, pal?" I'm like, "No, I've had like this is like my only thing that I do." You
Yeah.
know, so and I like watching movies and talking about movies, so I think it's fun. So, but
Oh yeah,
you just got
our move before this past move, I had, I think it was like 7 or 8 big boxes that I had to carry upstairs. And then this last move, that became like 15. And like it was just dumb. We had like 3 on a dolly going down the stairs at the old house and up the stairs at this house. And those things are just stupid heavy. I told my wife,
Yeah.
this is the house that we're in forever. I'm
You're
not
dying,
moving.
right?
Unless somebody wants to buy this whole damn collection, I'm not going to move it again. Because it's gotten worse since we lived here, and I've only been here since September, and it's already gotten worse.
Katie says, I didn't know you could say shit on.
Oh shit!
I guess. No, you're all right. You can. No, I'm serious. I didn't know you could say that on YouTube. I guess the censors are too worried about what's going on with Trump right now. I guess
Probably, yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I guess you could
the
be-
algorithm and the AI and everything. They're too worried about what's going
Yeah,
on.
it's on Overkill on CNN right now.
They can't.
I am
too
so
worried about
literally
they're
out
gonna-
of the loop. I didn't even know that was
Worried
going
if-
on.
They're worried.
Not a lot of people did, because this is probably the weirdest one they've ever done ever. So not a lot of people even know it was happening.
Yeah, I seriously didn't. I'm watching the Phillies, by the way. If you're just joining us, lost 7-4 in Philadelphia tonight. So that's why that's my main focus. It's the Phillies
Yeah.
game.
That's probably a better
Oh
better
yeah,
focus anyway. So you're fine.
absolutely.
I-
Are you a
Probably a
sports
lot of
fan,
people
Jody?
just. Probably a lot of people
Not
tune
really.
in to see if he craps his pants on national television.
Which one?
Biden. The one that craps himself on TV all the time.
Now they've probably got it on lockdown with all the
In
special
front
effects
of the Pope
cameras.
and everything, supposedly. Allegedly. I have to say allegedly.
You have to say allegedly when it comes to anything.
Yeah, allegedly.
You're making a disaster. What are you doing?
No, you're all right. You can come hang out next week or whenever you're ready to come back. Well, I didn't send you. Actually, I forgot to send you a link to your Instagram because I sent it to the group chat and I didn't. I forgot to send it to you, so it's kind of my fault too. I remembered like right before we went live, and then I forgot about it. We got talking about something, and I forgot about it again. So I'll remember. Not to have Mr. Dan come on one night too, because he's.
Yeah, Mr. Dan would be great to have on.
I mean, he could come on all the time if he wants. I mean, we've talked about that before, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear that, Dan? You still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put him on in the group chat. I'll add him to the group chat one time.
Yeah.
See if he wants.
I know
to
he's got more clout than we do, though, so he has more options. So he can go talk to other people that are better than me. I'm not talking. So the other guys are.
I'm telling you, Mr. Dan, he gets to
Yeah.
be into like some of these like karate movies that I haven't seen in like probably like 40 years since I was like a little kid. So it's just like it's really fun. It's really fun to go down a genre that you forgot about. Because I remember in the '80s we had a Rite Aid right down the street. They were 99 cent overnight rentals there, and we used to go. Me and my brother used to rent every martial arts movie. And at the time, Sho Kosugi, is that his name? Sho Kosugi.
Sounds
He did
familiar.
like Mark for
Yeah.
Death and movies like that. And we watched them like we would like rewind the tape and watch it again for something that we missed. You know, it's like you miss those times because it's like how innocent everything was back then, where you didn't have like 80 million channels and stuff like that, and it's like, you know, you would like reenact them in your living room and your mom yelling at you, you know. But yeah, those. There you go.
Sorry, I just discovered that my baby's tall enough to get into a chair by herself now.
Oh boy.
Stop it.
Would be into. Does she walk yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just
Oh,
going to ask if she's standing up by herself, she's going to balance herself on to get like to a table. To stand
She
herself up.
There was like maybe a month span because she never crawled, and so
Really?
that had my wife all worried. But I never crawled as a baby. I actually just scooted on my butt. That's how I got around before I started walking.
Wow.
And she kind of started doing that, but it was like maybe for like a month or so, and then just out of nowhere she stood up on her own, walked. She started knocking out all these things like every damn day. And then she started randomly crawling. She'd just be like, she'll be on the ground, just roll herself over and start crawling. I'm like, no, that was supposed to be first. Don't know why we skipped that step. Did you find a hat? You look like that looks like a dunce hat.
She getting out of her crib too?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, as soon
Thank God for
as soon as we figured out that she could grab the bars and pull herself up, I lowered that mattress as far as
that.
it can go.
Good. Good.
What are you doing? Oh, is it stuck? Oh, don't panic. You
I
panic
remember
so
my
easy.
friend's little girl when she was little, and she just graduated college. This is how long ago that was. Unbelievable. And she used to put Lisa used to put 2 pillows in front of the crib because Sid would get out and just jump,
Just follow.
and just literally. So when they went in the morning, it's like Sydney's like out of her crib, like laying on top of the 2 pillows like that. And Doug's like, at least we got to get something, like, you know, put like a dome on this shit or something like that because it's crazy.
She's got this on her head. Come here. No, she's got. She can't figure out how to get it off her head, and she's panicking. No, I'm going to show everybody what you look like right now. Is you did this on your own. Come here. What the hell? Is it stuck? Yeah. Need help? There you go.
Yay!
Ta-da! There you go. Go get it stuck again. It's like a dunce hat. Looks like a bishop. Are you a bishop? Huh?
So, Joe, did you watch anything particularly this week?
This week. No movies. I tried starting. What's the name? There's some Netflix show that we tried starting. God, what's it called? It's so weird. I don't think I have Netflix on my phone. Well, I think we only got like 2 episodes in. I still don't know what the hell's going on. But I haven't had a chance to watch any movies this week. I think I rewatched. What did I rewatch the other day? It was on TV, so I said, "Fuck it." I was gonna watch it. Oh damn! What was that? It was really good. I think it was
Also
A League
what?
of Their Own. I think, A League of Their Own was on.
Oh, okay.
So I rewatched that.
Also rewatched Kenny. I rewatched that 4K version of Chinatown.
Oh, how was that?
The transfer I thought looked good. You can still see like light grain.
Stuck. It really is stuck this time. What are you doing? There you go.
Yay!
What did you do? Did you get your ears wrapped in there?
You said there's a little grain to it, John?
Yeah, I mean it's not heavy, but I don't know how much grain reduction they tried. If they try to get, I mean, it could have just been like a really good print that it came from as well, and it just wasn't real heavy on the grain. Yeah, that's what ruins them when they try to degrain them. It's what smooths them out too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the sin of, because I mean, grain is it's essentially analog pixels. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what grain is. That's what makes up the image. You know, it's the grain. So when they try to mess with that too much, but it's not like you can see it. You can barely see it. So when I seen that, I was like, it looked, and it looked good anyway. So it looked good, sounded good. It's a great movie. Oh, I found some interesting. Let me find her name.
Jody, if you and your wife have time, the new Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke movie is very good too. On there,
Oh, is that the one where they like?
they go to a vacation house.
Yeah,
Uh,
We
it's-
watched that.
yeah.
We watched that.
Oh,
It was
okay.
good.
Yeah, it was good. A little too long though.
Yeah. I think she said that when we were all over.
Yeah.
She's like, that's a little too much.
Yeah, but I thought it was very good though. Like I told you, John, I'm trying to knock out all my the Netflix before it's up on on the 30th.
Yeah. But I found out I watched a video, or I think a video, or somebody else had talked. That show I was telling you about, they got talking about, it's weird. I was talking about Roman Polanski's accuser, the Samantha Geimer, the girl the girl that he quote unquote, hard, or he had inappropriate relations with a 13-year-old girl. But apparently she's made some interesting statements over the years, on top of reconciling with Polanski, actually going and seeing him in France and reconciling with him. And
Really?
yeah, and she's made statements to that the media caused her more damage than Polanski ever did.
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know the full story. She wrote a book about it, but just some of the kind of hot topics about it. She apparently during the Me Too movement, they contacted her, and she essentially told them to screw off. And the reason she told them that, she didn't say that, but what she told them was, I can be a feminist without joining your club.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't have to, basically leave me alone. I don't have to be a part of your group. It's just strange. The whole thing's strange, anyways. But
Yeah.
I don't forgive him, but she does. So it's so weird.
Yeah, that's one of those
So
things.
how do you feel about that? That's a. See, I always thought the way I always took it is, regardless of what he did, and I always felt like the mother was just as much the fault, because the way I always took the story was that she was kind of going around prostituting that girl out to celebrities. I don't think that. See, I brought something that's so weird. I brought something up on ChatGPT about it. Oh, that's why I'm not logged in. But regardless, it said that it violated. It might violate policy for some reason, but But it's just a strange. It's just a strange situation. I found that some of that information it's kind of interesting.
Well, I watched that movie. It was on the Peacock, I guess last year. Me Too.
Yeah,
And that was a powerful movie, and I think it didn't get any of the Oscar buzz or the Golden Globe buzz for the the perception that it was going after Hollywood.
yeah.
You know, I mean, because that was something because it was all about the Weinstein stuff, and God bless these ladies like what is it Naomi Judd, Annabelle Ciura, Mira Sorvino, all those ladies that were harassed by that pig, and it was like really shocking. I mean, some of those girls, their lives were destroyed by that guy. You
They
know,
didn't give you their money back though, did they?
that's
I just need Kevin Smith to tickle
They
his balls.
they
so we
didn't
can
say
get Dogma.
no, did they?
yeah. You can't tell me that Kevin doesn't know a lot going on with that too. You know,
We just
They could
want
have said
Dogma.
no. They could have
Release
said
Dogma.
no. I just no, I understand, but they didn't really say no to do any of that stuff, and you know that's the only thing that's kind of weird.
well, that's why Joey Lauren Adams wasn't the big star that she was too,
Yeah,
because apparently she was one of the victims.
Okay. I'm gonna rip it. You've done stuck it on your head so good. It's never. Oh, there. It
yeah.
goes.
I'm not saying that it's right. It's not. It's just a weird situation that was used for a lot of political clout, and they ultimately, I think they're almost running interference for the. They almost were just running interference for the pedophiles for some reason. It just seemed like I don't know. It was kind of strange because it doesn't seem like they really end up doing a whole lot. They didn't. Good and well, there was a heck of a lot more people out there. They had opportunity to bring down people like, I mean, I guess technically they brought down like Jeffrey Epstein, but not really. I mean, like Ghislaine Maxwell and people like that knew very well what's going on. They just get a slap on the wrist, essentially. I mean, it's that whole culture's run rampant between Washington and the big cities and everything, and all over the place. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't think they actually did anything. They just stirred up some crap for not a lot. They got like one or two guys. That's it. Hollywood's been dominated by those type of people since the beginning.
Right. But if you put
Yeah.
if you put your Sherlock Holmes hat on, there's a lot if you piece it together. Like Miramax's whole deal fell through with Brad Pitt because he was supposed to do 2 movies exclusively for Miramax.
Yeah.
And then after the whole thing with Gwyneth Paltrow, when he was dating her, and he went after her and basically threatened him with a gun.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he wasn't part of the Miramax family anymore. And look at Damon and Affleck too. They kind of distanced themselves from that too.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying he's not in the wrong, but I'm not saying these women are in the right either. Because they could have said no, but they went after the fame and fortune instead. They didn't have to do that. I wouldn't touch his dick with the nastiest ass guy. It's just I don't know why. Freaking power. They want money and power. I just don't think they're complete. I don't think. See, they end up letting him out of prison anyways. I don't know why they did. I can't remember. But
He's
they
not
let
in
him
prison
out.
still?
No, I think they let him out.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I literally thought he was still in prison.
Yeah, he got let out for some reason. See if I can figure it out.
He's just a really despicable person, and I mean,
Okay, maybe
I'd
it
love
was-
I'd love to know all the stuff that went down with the back of like the Saving Private Ryan and Shakespeare in Love. You know, how
No,
does
he's-
that win Best Picture? You know, and the clout that he had. You know,
he may still be in prison. Excuse me, but some of the allegations were dropped, though. I
I'll
think
be right
everything in New York was
Okay.
dropped, and I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't want to get into that into that any further. It went down, but it's just a screwed up situation all around. Yeah. Oh, getting
so is there
tired myself.
anything? Huh?
I'm getting tired myself.
Oh, okay. Well, is there anything? I mean, is there anything that you are looking forward to coming up, movie wise this week, this coming week?
It's as far as physical media is, like I was telling you before, like the UHF 4K, I'm looking forward to. And what else? There's something else coming out. I'm supposed to get, I don't know if really buying them ends up being but I bought the South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut movie on 4K.
Right.
Yeah, it's great for the soundtrack, but I don't know if it really improves the picture any, obviously, because it's a animated thing. But it's one of those movies I kind of buy in all formats. I'm
Okay.
kind of weird about that. And but also got Team America. But what I didn't realize that when I ordered it is like only the theatrical cut is in 4K. The unrated cut's still just in Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
Did you see that, Jody, about the Team America 4K? It's just the theatrical releases in 4K, and the uncut version is just in
Oh, really?
regular Blu-ray. Yeah,
That's depressing.
yeah. Because I was supposed to get it tomorrow. I pre-ordered it, but that's all right.
That's
But, yeah,
weird.
it
I wonder where they
kinda
did that. They did that on something else too. I can't remember what it was, but it was fairly recently
Yeah, I think
where the
we
4K
talked
included
about it.
the basic cut, but you still got the extended, but it was just the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I think it was a steelbook, wasn't it? I've got it.
It might have
too.
been. I can't remember the title though.
I can't remember what it was though. Yeah. Oh, it was not the Evil Dead, but the third movie.
Dawn of the Dead.
Army of
No,
Darkness.
the third Army of Darkness. Yeah,
Oh yeah, shit. I'm
yeah,
I
it was
didn't
Army
hear
of
you right.
Darkness. Yeah, yeah, that's the one. It was. Yeah, that was disappointing. But that movie came with like 4 different cuts. So it came with
Yeah.
the 4K plus like the European cut and the director's cut and and they had like 3 or 4 different cuts with it. Yeah, pretty cool. But that and I can't remember. There's some other stuff coming out. Let me look real quick. Oh, I picked up, for some reason, I never bought a copy of Big Top Pee Wee. I watched a Paul Rubens documentary and I just bought the DVD because that's the only way I think that's the only way it's available.
Yeah, I wish. I know Shout's re-releasing the show.
Oh,
On
the
Blu-ray.
Anchorman 4K.
Oh
comes
yeah,
out.
I remember
Yep,
seeing
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm
That's it,
hoping.
pretty much.
I'm hoping Shout struck a deal, and maybe we'll get a Pee Wee box set because that'd be cool.
Include the movies. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
Well,
did
I
that.
mean-
They did the DVD of the show, and now they're doing the Blu-ray. Or I think they did the Blu-ray a while back, but now they're doing a reprint because it's sold out so fast. Yeah.
That one?
Yes.
Or are you talking about, yeah,
We're getting the. Is that the Blu-ray or the DVD version?
Blu-ray?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They're reissuing it. I think it drops in a couple weeks, or maybe sometime next month.
I thought I seen it someplace. I didn't know it was re-releasing. I can't believe that sold out.
Yeah,
I mean, I know he was popular, but with our age group. But
I know, right?
yeah,
It'd be cool to get a box set of all the movies.
Oh.
Big Top was fun. I liked Big Top.
yeah. I haven't seen it in years and years.
But you have to realize, though, like our generation, passed it on to our kids' generation. You know, so it's like there's new fans. It's like Ernest. You know, little kids love Ernest. You know.
Yeah.
I remember my nieces I used to pop it in, and they used to, like, when he used to get up like really close up to the TV, go "ee" with his nose and stuff like that. They thought it was funny. I mean, that's quality entertainment for 3 and 4-year-olds, you know?
Heck yeah.
Do you have the set of his TV show, the Ernest?
No, I don't. No, all
Hey,
I have like I think I got it at the dollar store. They had like 4 of his movies. That's I don't even have Ernest Goes to Camp.
I think it's called Hey Burn. It's Ernest. That was the name of it. Yeah, that's pretty funny stuff too. Yeah. Oh, but there was a meme on Instagram the other day. It was like, and it's a picture of John Cena next to
Yeah, he's turned into
next to Ernest. Yeah,
Dude, I've been
Cena's
saying that.
whole
I've been
turn.
saying that for years. Ever since he started getting super popular, the first time I saw him like smile, like a picture of him smiling, I was like, "That's freaking Ernest with muscles." Why is nobody talking about this?
yeah,
and especially since he's lost his man, like he's still built like a brick shithouse, but like, you know, I'm just talking about the muscle mass, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when he was at WrestleMania this year, how like thin he's got, and I like how people always like badmouth him about his bald spot. It's like, dude, we're all getting old, you know. It's just like, you know, you're not going to be 22 forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody just like pictures you in that like one spot, you know. It was what we were talking. Somebody just turned 80 this week, and it was I was telling my friend this person turned 80, and they're like, "Well, she wasn't 80 when we were teenagers." I'm like, that was 40 years ago when we were teenagers, you know?
Right?
Yeah, it was just like. And it was like, it's funny when you watch the Bop Kids, you know, they were on the, I do this like vlog every day
Hanson.
on the
Hanson.
yeah, Hanson, I call them the Bop Kids.
Yeah.
Hanson, they were on, in 1997, they were on, now they have he's got, the oldest one's got a 14-year-old kid.
Their age.
Yeah, when they were doing
yeah.
the Bop, you know what I mean? So it's just like, because I think, she told me they were on Entertainment Tonight, and she plays the instrument like her dad. You know,
The funniest thing I ever saw with Hanson was there. I think at the MTV Movie Awards or Music Awards, one of the two, and they come out to present an award, and like there's 4 of them, and the one of them you just kind of see a wide shot of them, and when they get up close, the other one, it's freaking David Spade with them, and he's got like this wig on that's like looks like their hair.
That's funny. But
that was
yeah, like
pretty
all
good.
those like 90s groups and stuff like that are like, you have to realize that's like 30 years ago. You know, and it's just like you still think of them as that age because that was it. Karate Kid just turned 60 years old.
Yeah.
I think it was Tuesday. He turned 60 and the movie turned 40. You know, and it was just like I remember my mom going, "Oh, he looks about your age." I'm like, "Mom, he's 25 years old." You know, when he was doing that movie. You know, but yeah.
Ow. Don't give the baby swords. Ow. It's not funny.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Wally, 16 years.
16
back.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I think about that stuff all the time. How long is that? Man, it's been that long since something came out. Well, that's what's crazy. I was thinking. Oh, this is the question I was going to ask. Like, what what would you like to see released on 4K this year, or Blu-ray or 4K? Because I was thinking about how Clueless didn't get a 4K release when they got that nice steelbook. It wasn't 4K, was it?
Mm-mm.
No, it's not, is it? No, it was a good transfer, but it wasn't a 4K. I was thinking this year is the 30th anniversary of that damn movie coming out, 95, 2025.
A
30
reissue
years.
steelbook, probably.
Yeah, and hopefully they'll put it at 4K, because I probably will get that on 4K if they do a good, I don't know if I will or not, but it's yeah, it's just strange, because I remember seeing that. I saw it in the theater twice that year.
Oh, really?
First movie I think I ever saw twice in the theater. Yeah.
First one that I seen in the movie twice was Star Wars. Because it was in the 70s, you could sit back to back and not leave the theater.
Oh,
We watched it once. My mom was still shopping in the mall, and me and my brother sat and watched it again. She's like, "I hope you don't mind." I'm like, "Mom, you can go out and get," because she used to give us money just enough for 2 tickets for me and my brother, a small popcorn between me and my brother, and a soda between me and my brother. And we would sit there while she would shop with my grandma and my aunt. She would put us in our seats and just go away and shop. She knew that we were, and I mean that summer I think she was like, "Oh, Grease is playing in the other theater." I'm like, "No, we'll see Star Wars." I think I've seen Star Wars 9 times that summer. Of 77, because we didn't want to see. I mean, we loved Grease, but it was just like, yeah, we'll stay in, because I remember my cousins wanting to see Sergeant Pepper's with the Bee Gees in the same complex, because it played 2 theaters. You could split this way, and it was like, I remember my cousin going, "Why are you going to see Star Wars again? It's like only the greatest movie ever." So
Right.
we were like, we went to see that, and then she came out of Sergeant Pepper. She sat next to us at Star Wars, and she goes, "That movie sucked." And I was like, "Yeah, well, you could have seen Star Wars twice, Car." So
the Bee Gees did Sergeant Pepper's.
Oh yeah, with Peter Frampton. Yeah,
Oh,
that
really?
was a major bust.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was summer of '78, because Star Wars was still playing.
I wasn't born yet, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could still see the movies. Like Star Wars would be playing in '78. They would always.
Yeah.
I swear, I think that played like a solid 2 years in that theater, and in the other theater they mixed matched between Grease, Sergeant Pepper's, and I want to say Rollerball with James Caan, but we were too little. We were 7 and 5, so I don't think Mom would want us to see Rollerball. When I was 7.
It's a little too soon for that one.
Yeah. But you said about 4K or Blu-ray. I have 3. Summer Rental with John Candy. That desperately needs a Blu-ray. And I can't believe he's been gone like for 35 years and they haven't put out like any kind of 4K kind of like compilations of his movies or anything, or like a Gene Wilder. That's on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
That's a very good documentary too, by the way. But I can't believe they haven't done like Only the Lonely is only on DVD, and you can't find that anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a good Uncle Buck Steelbook 4K.
Oh,
That'd
wouldn't
be cool.
that be great? That's Jody. That's my favorite. Next to Star Wars, that's my favorite movie of all time. Uncle Buck.
That's freaking awesome.
I'm not lying, and that's just that movie. At least that has a Blu-ray, copy of it.
Yeah.
But man, like Only the Lonely, I haven't seen in years. I loaned it to one of my friends, and I never got it back. So I can't see it anymore. Because you can't find a copy unless you're paying $35 for it on DVD.
Right.
So Summer Rental, that's another one. I know the bootleggers make Blu-ray copies of that, and only there's like Great Outdoors. Why hasn't that ever come out on Bluray? Or is it on Blu-ray? It might be
Which
on
yeah,
one?
I think there's a I think
Great
it's on Blu-ray.
Outdoors.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Is there? Okay, because I only have it on DVD.
I had
So-
a steelbook made for that. I'm pretty sure I
Shut
put the
up!
Blu-ray.
Really?
Yeah, man, hang on, I'll grab it.
Wow.
I saw. Well, we'll wait and look at this. I'll change the subject.
I'm like 90% sure I put a Blu-ray in here. Let me get it out of the protector so it doesn't shine. But yeah, here we go.
Oh, that's
Nice.
so good.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
Had the
Oh,
Classic
that's so
image on the
great.
back.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that. All I
Yeah.
have is the DVD.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Nice.
I probably have.
Wow, I appreciate you showing me that. That's really neat.
Yeah, I went to town. I wish the guy that that made all my custom steelbooks, he's not doing it anymore, which is really sad. But I started going to town with like movies from my childhood that I knew would never. I mean, I did the 4 Ernest movies. I did that. I did God, way too many.
Did you do Nerds?
Did I do Nerds?
I want to get the rest of the movies on Blu-ray. They only released Revenge
they
of
only-
the Nerds.
Yeah, they only did the first one on Blu-ray. The rest of them are just.
Yeah.
And actually, I think they're all out of print now.
Wow.
I found a dude. I actually just I purchased some stuff from this guy, and he's got an Instagram and a Facebook, but he does, from what I can tell, I haven't bought any yet from him of what he makes, but he like makes Blu-rays, but he'll do like special cuts and
Really?
put them on Blu-ray, and like his pictures like legit, like, and he even says like his inserts are 2-sided inserts, and the print is just like factory shit. And but I noticed that he had Revenge of the Nerds 2 on Blu-ray, but
Oh, wow.
he'll do stuff like he took Ghostbusters 1 and 2 and made it one long cut.
Really?
So yeah, so he did that, and while we were just talking, I messaged him because I remembered we were talking about stuff that's not on Blu-ray. I was like, you know what I need on Blu-ray is Weekend at Bernie's 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, if you take requests, he was like, yeah, I actually did one, and I combined Weekend at Bernie's 1 and 2 and made it one long movie.
Wow. Ooh,
So-
see if he can do Only the Lonely.
Okay.
That would be great. That would be great. That's the most one I'm like looking for, because I don't even have that on DVD that I can watch. You know, and it's never like, it's not on any streaming services,
Yeah.
and you can't find it anywhere. You
Yeah.
know, it's a shame. Like, man, I wish John Hughes was still alive, because all that stuff that he did. Could you imagine? I mean, like, Breakfast Club's 40 years old this year.
Yeah.
You know, and there wasn't like a big, you know. I know we talked about the series last week, but I can't believe there wasn't like any, like, you know, like they do like on these like big things, like they're, you know, casting, like talking, like running lines with the cast, like see who, like when they did Star Wars, they had Harrison Ford doing the Luke role, and they had like the I think it was George Lucas running lines with Carrie Fisher, which I thought was pretty interesting, you know.
Well, Harrison Ford wasn't even going to be cast for it because he had already worked with Lucas on American Graffiti, and he only wanted like new actors. He didn't want to work with people he'd worked with before, but he kept meshing so well, and the chemistry was good with him and the other actors. He kind of had no choice but to put him at that role. So, you know, it was kind of like in the casting for Clerks. If you've ever seen any of the documentaries about that, is like Jeff Anderson, the guy that played Jeff Anderson, the guy that played Randall. He was like this, Jeff
Wasn't
Anderson,
he supposed to be Dante?
Jeff Anderson, Dante, which is the guy that plays Randall.
Randall is Jeff Anderson, but I thought he was the one that wanted to play Dante.
No. Well, Jeff Anderson was just there. He just in the documentary. So I just came to hang out to basically check out the women coming to, and he asked him to run lines. He wasn't even really a friend of, really that much of a friend. He just came into the store a lot, and he just came out and was just running lines. And the original guy that was going to play Dante, which was Kevin Smith's good friend, he was. Well, I'm sorry, I'm getting off here, but he was running lines, and everybody was like, "Man, this guy's pretty good." He kept making people laugh with the way he was reading Randall's lines. And also the guy who was going to play Dante, he was one of Kevin Smith's good friends. He didn't. He was just like, he had the script forever, and he just wasn't. He was just didn't have any chemistry with the other guys, and that's why he ended up replacing him as well. So, but yeah, that Jeff Anderson was just. He was just one of those guys. He was just standing in reading lines, and he was just really good. He had no acting experience or anything. The other guys were like the other people. Several of the other lead parts were theater people. Like God, who's the guy that played Dante? That was God. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. And the Gigliotti girl, the one that played Dante's girlfriend in the movie.
Yeah.
She was a theater actress as well. Yeah.
Marilyn
Gigliotti or something like that.
I had a thing for her, man.
Gigliotti. Yeah.
Let me tell you. And she looked great on the third one. She still looked great.
Yeah, she didn't look too bad. That's the problem. I did watch a documentary the other day, and the guy was talking about that. Talking about how that movie, I agree with it. I didn't like all the meta stuff in it. But sometimes people just, there's things that you kind of understand, but you don't really, if you don't talk about it with somebody, you don't really think about it in different ways. So, but the way he was putting it is like how the movie it's just a rehash of the first movie, and that's pretty obvious with but it just it misuses people like her, Marilyn. She's just the bit player in the movie. She just shows up a couple of times instead of actually utilizing her in the movie. There's a couple other people like that as well that just don't get utilized correctly in that. And see, I think there used to be there was a different script for Clerks 3 he had written, and Jeff Anderson didn't want to be in it. He's like, I'm not doing that. And then he had his heart attack, and he kind of bribed a bunch of people into being in a couple of his movies because of that. He was like, hey, I about died. You need to that was especially true with Jay and Silent Bob's their second movie, the sequel. If you guys remember it, because he bribed like Ben Affleck and a couple other people being in there to be in it because of that, and I think that's why he got like Jeff Anderson to do Clerks 3.
I'm not sure, but he had a big falling out with Affleck because of Jennifer Garner, because Garner didn't like all the language and the pot smoking. I believe that was it, and he didn't like how he went about things, because they had a big falling out with Catch and Release when he was in Catch and Release with her.
Yeah. Oh. He's recently quit smoking pot, apparently.
Oh, is that right?
Because he like went way overboard with it. I mean, just like smoking. I mean, just having a joint in his mouth constantly, just in his hand. It's just like actually a pot addiction, which I've never seen anybody do it to that degree. And I don't know how anybody can smoke any of this new weed like that, anyways, without becoming a fucking zombie. But
it's all made in chemical plants now.
Yeah. Well, it's hydroponic. It's just super strong. But yes, it is. It's got they use a lot of chemicals to enhance it. But it's just crazy. Because he made that. Did you guys know that he made a movie? I'm sorry I don't know the name, but he made a movie recently that was sold as a it wasn't even released to the general audience, but he sold it as what are the little pictures that you could buy a while back? They got big. What were those
Viewmaster.
things called? No, they were just little. People were buying those digital images. They were buying them as collecting them, and they were supposed to be worth money. What are those called?
Yeah, like in something in NFT. No,
NFTs. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
He
okay,
made
yeah.
a movie and sold it as an NFT, and it was supposed to be horrible. It's supposed to be like this big anti right wing stuff in it, just like super political crap. Not so much as it just anti right wing, but it was just over. The guy that watched it had got a copy of it somehow, and he said it was just bad. Yeah, like because he like Red State was a good movie, and he did Red State, and then actually I also liked Tusk, the movie that come out after it. I thought that was
That movie was
weird.
crazy.
Yeah, but then Yoga Hosers wasn't very good. Now Jay and Silent Bob and Clerks 3. I didn't hate Clerks 3, but it wasn't my favorite. But Jay and Silent Bob wasn't bad. But for the most part, everything he's been doing is not very good. And then I don't really blame him for what. Yeah, Cop Out.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Cop Out. A lot of people did. I didn't hate Cop Out.
I mean, I've seen worse. So I mean,
The funny thing about Cop Out is this is a little telling on Kevin Smith's inexperience at the time when he finally got to make kind of a big movie. But there's interviews on there where he talked about this in Too Fat for 40, that his stand-up special he did, like the comedy thing.
yeah.
He talked about how, like, I guess it don't make sense how he didn't have his cinematographer didn't know this, or maybe he was using the guy he always used. I can't remember, but he, like, basically Bruce Willis stepped in and says, you use this fucking lens when you're doing this kind of shot, and he chastised him over not setting up the shot right with the right lenses on the camera, and yeah.
Yeah, I've heard multiple stories of them two during that movie. So.
Yeah.
And then to see them work together briefly again in that Die Hard, what was that, 4? Yeah.
Was that a Good Day to Die Hard, or was that
Something. It was the one where the cyber attacks. And you had
he's the hacker?
yeah. They briefly worked together again there, so I thought that was entertaining.
Yeah, he had to have purposely kind of brought him in to do that.
Yeah.
He didn't audition for that role.
Right?
Yeah.
I've
So
never
he
heard the
must have
backstory.
had some fond. I don't think he hated him because of it, but he just was giving him a cinematography lesson from a guy that that's why these actors become directors, because they're in so many movies that they figure it out. They know how to do it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sad that he's not. He's in a mental situation that he's in.
Oh, I know. That's awful.
Yeah, I hate seeing that.
We do
I
a
hate
little
seeing him like that, but I don't really care if Biden's like that. Yeah. No, I do
Hey.
care if Biden's like that. I don't want the president of the United States to be invalid.
Hey, Kenny, if you've got a Laserdisc player, I found you a copy of Only the Lonely for $5.
Did you really? Oh man! And you know what's funny? I did have a laser disc player too.
Oh, it's
I
on
did have
Macari
it.
right now.
Wow,
It's hilarious.
that's
I've been
crazy.
over like side searching, but yeah, you're right. You can get it on eBay for like $60.
It's insane. Some of the prices.
I think
for
the
that.
cheapest. No, Amazon is 60. The cheapest one I saw on eBay is 30. That's still too much for a DVD. That's just silly.
Yeah, it is.
But it's now giving me a new movie to look for when I go to my big used store. So
yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I want to see if I can track something down. Occasionally, I'll run into something.
Well,
I go to this one store, McKay's, but then there was another one that's kind of, it's not all movies. It's like everything, comics, toys, and everything. That's where I found 2 copies of Dogma on Blu-ray,
Wow.
and they just had them for $14.99. So I bought both of them.
You know, here's
that's the
two
one you
other,
did for us.
here's
Yeah.
two other ones, Jody. If you look at DVD, I don't like I said, I don't care. You know, I'm not picky with it. Vision Quest
Yeah.
and The Last Seduction with Linda Ferrantino.
Oh, I have to look see if that one looks like. I don't know if I've seen that one.
Well, fellas,
Lin-
it's 10 o'clock, and
Oh,
Oh,
shit!
yeah,
We hit the 2-hour mark quick.
yeah, I have to get off tonight too because I've got to go to Cincinnati tomorrow. So
That's
it's been
cool.
2 weeks. So
Yeah. So we're skipping next week for the holiday. Was that the ultimate decision?
yeah, I think so. Unless anybody wants to do one on either Wednesday or Thursday, or excuse me, Wednesday or Friday or something like that, or something. We can talk about it throughout the week. And
Probably
Yeah,
skip because a lot of people go away.
That's
Yeah.
true. Some people take they'll take a long
that's,
weekend.
That's fine with me because I was just planning on skipping, but I
Yeah.
didn't know what everybody else wanted to do. So
That's cool. So we'll be back on the 11th. Awesome, guys.
yeah.
We'll
Happy
see y'all
4th.
then.
Happy
Yeah,
Fourth,
happy 4th.
everybody.
Have fun.
Hey, are we going to do that with Charlie or what? I mean,
I don't know.
told him
We'll
I
have
didn't
to discuss that more in the.
Yeah, I said I told him earlier I didn't really mind, but I don't know about.
It'd have to
We'll
be
just have
thought
to see.
through. But we've got some time at least. I don't know how quickly
Yeah.
that guy books up, especially if it's only going to be for 30 minutes. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's cool. We'll discuss it further before we make that announcement.
yeah, definitely.
Cool, guys. This
Well,
was fun.
Yes.
Thank you everybody
it was
for
fun.
showing up this
Thanks.
evening, and
Thanks, chat. Thank you very much, everybody in the chat.
Yep.
yes, leaving your comments. We really like it. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
See you guys. Thank you very
See
much.
y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.